Ted Talks, brought to you by Erbs and Gerbs. Go online and check out their delightful sandwich menus and soups. Order yourself something today.
And we're back with another TED Talks with Ted Schwerzler from Twins Daily and at TL Schwerz on Twitter. It's been a cold couple of weeks and a somewhat long offseason, but we have made it. The Twins are just a couple of weeks away from pitchers and catchers reporting down in spring training, and they will do so again this year with Carlos Correa. Last year, Carlos Correa joined the team in March, kind of a late addition in spring. He was prioritized this year, and while it took a couple of weird twists and turns to get there, it really doesn't matter. The Twins have their shortstop for the next handful of years, and he could certainly go down as one of the best in franchise history. He won't be playing next to Luis Arraez this season, who they did trade for Pablo Lopez a couple of weeks ago. Coming off of Twins Fest this weekend and the Twins Daily Winter Meltdown, there's just a lot of buzz about this team. The White Sox did very little to position themselves as a threat in the AL Central this year, though I do think that they will be better without having Tony La Russa in the clubhouse. The Guardians obviously are the team that won the Central last year, and while they didn't have any sort of an amazing offseason, bringing in Josh Bell and Mike Zunino does address a couple of their key deficiencies. Minnesota is really going to just have to stay healthy, and if they can do that, their roster looks to be among the better ones in the division. On paper, they could potentially make some noise come the postseason. It would be a very nice turnaround to see them bounce back from 2 straight losing seasons. Rocco Baldelli is obviously going to have a relatively young group, but a team that has more pitching than they probably have at any point in recent history. And the lineup last year wasn't supposed to be a negative on paper, but bringing in Joey Gallo, who could potentially have somewhat of a bounce-back season, maybe he replaces Max Kepler yet. I do think we potentially see a move on that front. And then also having Christian Vasquez replace Gary Sanchez, I think, is definitely a net positive. As we embark on spring training, Derek Falvey and Thad Levine have done some of their best work in the offseason very late. They had a busy month of January this year. I don't know that I believe they're done. I think that the Twins could probably use another bullpen arm. I think something along the lines of a trade involving Max Kepler could still materialize. Getting Michael A. Taylor doesn't really help from a right-handed bat perspective, but it does bring some lineup flexibility in that there is a definite glut of left-handed outfielders for the Twins. So Taylor being right-handed, being able to play a gold glove, platinum glove type level of defense behind or alongside Byron Buxton is definitely a boost. As we move on to Fort Myers and down to Florida, I mean, the World Baseball Classic will be some fun this spring, but the goal for the Twins has to be to enter the year healthy and do as much as they can to keep that health. If they can do that, they really should be in the driver's seat in the division, and we could be looking at one of the better Twins rosters in recent seasons. It's getting time to kick things off, and it looks like it's going to be an absolute blast.